Hello, everyone. So I was going through some old photographs, reminiscing. And I visited several car museums over my lifetime, so I thought I should start sharing photographs of my museum tours. I'm always talking about die-cast cars, but why not actually talk about real cars? So one note is this is a set of images from the Peterson Museum, and I went on 2 different days. So the first part, I went to the main exhibits that the general public can see, and then the second day, towards the end of this series of photos, is the basement. It's called the Vault. There are all the cars that are not on display. So let's take a start here, and please note up here in the upper left the photo number because I don't remember what most of these cars are. So if you know what any of these cars are, or if you maybe have some interesting, notes to make about the vehicle, I'm sure other people would be interested besides myself. So obviously, photo zero, we have a French curves exhibit here. So let's take a look here. So what a great way to start, some Bugatti action here. I don't know what model of Bugatti this is, but it looks fantastic. Interesting. Look how short the cabin is. Pretty nice. The door handle's just sticking out there. Very long. And then what is this? It's got a crazy hood emblem. It's so tall. Is it a Delahaye or a Hispano Suiza? I'm not sure. I can't see anything on the front. I don't know what that says. Interesting. Look at these cross struts here, holding the fenders on. This interior is crazy. It's got an ostrich leather interior, and then this crazy wood trim going around the whole thing. And like these two bumps here are really nice. All these different gauges. How do you pronounce this name? Delage? Very attractive looking vehicle. Very classy. I like this window cutout. You know how it sweeps down. Top mounted wiper blades. No badging on the back. Exhaust pipes blended into the fender there. Ooh, this is cool. Looks like it's a Persian owner or something. This looks like Farsi, am I correct? It's a Bugatti. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a one-off bodied Bugatti because, this is an oil country, right? Really nice. So again, if anyone knows what the name of this car is, please leave a comment. Wood interior. The gauge goes up to 80 here. It goes up to 200 here. Maybe kilometers per hour here. I can't make that text out. I would have to assume it's the RPMs. Yeah, that's my favorite car, I think. Going back to that, look how short the windscreen is. It's almost non-existent. Oh, this is nice. This is a 1939 Delahaye, and I'm guessing the bodywork is by Figoni and Falaschi. Look how low the headlights are, long before safety was a concern. I'm not really liking the color scheme on this thing. Alright, well, interesting clocks here. You got a central dial, but then you have auxiliary gauges. It reminds me of like modern watches, or modern watches are doing retro styling. Look at this stick shifter, it's so long. And that steering wheel is so big. If you got into an accident, your head's going to slam into the steering wheel, right? Before ergonomics. This is a nice looking car. Not too extravagant, but attractive. Look at the external frame on the convertible top. Interesting. Must be the same brand. The headlights look like the same as the last car. Yeah, it says Delahaye here. Okay. Not sure what this is. Maybe it's another Delahaye. Look at this pop-out door handle. Or is it? I don't know if it's a pop-out or not, but it looks flush right now. And it looks like you'd only get like one little fingertip in there. So maybe it does hinge right there. And you just pull it with one finger. Look at the wiper blades, how short they are. Like if it rained, this whole part of the windshield would be covered in water, so it seems kind of useless. No badging at all. Looks like something, Batman would be driving around. Ostrich interior. I'm wondering if these are maybe the same owner. Maybe these cars are on loan from some affluent people. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I had to guess, this is a Talbot Lago, but I don't know for sure. This bumper's so thin. That would just slice through your leg if that car hit you. Again, super short wiper blades. But I like this whole door handle. These must be suicide doors. Looks like the same car, just a different color. You notice the hubcap here. I'm guessing there's actually a wire wheel behind this hubcap. That's why this is sticking out so far. What is this? It looks like a zipper. Why would it be there? I mean, if the door is suicide, it opens, but it would hit the fender before this. So, mystery. I'm not sure what that would be for. Reading the text here, I almost feel that says Peugeot. I get a very maritime theme looking at these circles, right? It looks like an octopus arm or something. Pretty modern looking wheels. The door is so low, it's almost like you don't even need a door. Like, you could just swing your leg over it and, just step right over that. Or maybe this is a giant car. I don't have a good sense of scale here. I don't know. It's not my favorite one here. All right, so we have a muscle car thing going on now. Power to the people. So I'm guessing a lot of you guys might recognize some of these cars more than the others. If I had to guess, this is a Chrysler 300. I can't guess what this is. It's a Dodge, but what? This says Dodge as well. It's 67 Dodge, but I can't read the rest of it. Maybe a Dart? This is a Plymouth Barracuda? I don't know. This is a Dodge Charger Daytona, the Superbird with the funky pointed nose. This is an old 442. I only know that because I have a green light version of it. Camaro? I don't know what year though. A Chevrolet of some sort. Maybe a Chevelle or an Impala. Pontiac GTO. I think this is the first recognized muscle car. Am I correct? Please leave a note. This is a Chevrolet of some sort. I think that's an Impala there. But what year? Like 63? I don't know what this is. It looks like an Impala, but maybe not. That doesn't look like Impala. Does that say Galaxy? I don't know. It says something 500. And this is definitely a Mustang, but it's not a Mustang I know. So XLT Off-Road Bear, if you watch this video, GT500KR. I just don't recognize the nose of this thing, and I don't recognize a roll hoop in it. This is from 1970, though. The Boss Mustang. Yeah, I have a yellow Kyosho version of this. One of my favorite American cars, the Shelby Cobra. Very nice. And now I'm realizing the Kyosho is not accurate because the Kyosho has really tall bumps back here. C2 Corvette Stingray, I'm guessing. And then I now recall, I think there's a lot of posters and advertisements on display. And I kind of like graphic design, because all these graphics were done before Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop existed. So I was learning these programs at school, and so I just wondered, like, how did these people make these advertisements before computers? I never worked in the publishing industry, so I don't know. But this photograph right here is awesome. Okay. It's good old racing with real cars that look like real cars, not like NASCAR today. I think that's a drawing. Well, I don't know. Maybe that is a photograph. See, right here, these things. This looks like a modern day Adobe Illustrator work, but if it's from 1969, 1970, I just don't know how they made this. I guess maybe someone literally drew this with like markers. Okay, so we'll just get through that. I don't know what this is, but it's cool looking. Is it a Dodge? Or an AMC? There's a Hot Wheels exhibit, or maybe this is part of it. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if all these American muscle cars are made in a variation by Hot Wheels. What is this thing? It says AMX in the grill, but an AMX what? I don't recognize that at all. Don't know. Yeah, that's the 300. It's a C300 there. Okay, so I was doing a project where I was building a car museum into the side of a mountain. So Dick Messer was the director of the Peterson Museum back in 2005. He was nice enough to take time out of his day and talk to me about how he runs that place. He's, but then you guys don't care about that. You care about this. In the basement, it's called the Vault, all the cars that are not on display upstairs. So Dick Messer had to give a tour to a couple other people, so I tagged along. That looks like a Lamborghini right there. So again, there's going to be a lot of cars down here that I have no idea what they are. Like, what's the flying saucer doing here? I don't know. I don't know what those other people were doing there either, but they were on the tour. I feel like this is the back end of a Boyd Coddington hot rod. This says Scorpion. This looks like an Eastern Bloc vehicle or maybe a kit car of some sort. It's just so small. This says Giulietta, I think, so that might be an Alfa Romeo. But what would that be? This has a crystal thing on it. That's all I can say. Obviously, we have a Bugatti. Look how smooth the cam covers are. And then this is a turned aluminum firewall. So when you're making this stuff, you have to take a milling bit and literally sit there and friction the bit on every one of these circles. Someone sat there and milled out all those circles. So that must have taken someone like a day to make, probably. That's why Bugattis cost a lot. I think this is a Ford Mustang Mach 1, but I don't know. And I'm sure this is a Ferrari, though. Boy, I have no idea what that is. That badge makes no sense to me, but ABR? Yeah, I don't know. Looks British. To me, that looks Italian, but I almost think that's an AMX. AMX Javelin or something? Or no? Please leave a comment. It's not a Pantera. Look at this. I think that's the GM EV1, the first electric car, I think, by GM. I think I saw a documentary where they recalled all of them and then they crushed them all. They wanted to erase the history of this vehicle. I don't know why, but That's what I saw. And then this police motorcycle. I wouldn't doubt that this is from the old TV show Chips, California Highway Patrol, or whatever that thing was. Porsche 356. I think this is from a TV show, The Monkeys. Correct me if I'm wrong. 300 SL looking nice. Maybe an Indy car, another Indy car. Yeah, that looks like an Indy car, not F1. This looks like a Can-Am racer. This looks like a dune buggy, maybe like a Myers Max or something. That looks like a salt flat racer, maybe a 32 Ford or something. I'm gonna guess that's the first Porsche 911, or maybe the 912. And then this thing, what the? Is this from a TV show or a movie or some sort of concept car? I don't know. It's a Ford drag racer. A Honda drag racer. I think this is like a Honda EG6 or something. But you gotta remember, the Honda's front wheel drive. The Dodge Viper, the first one. Or maybe this is a concept car that became the first Dodge Viper. But I remember these goofy looking wheels, so I almost feel like this is a production car. And then a Toyota, a Mazda, and a Ford back there. That's not a normal RX-7. Maybe this is the concept car that became the FD3S. What do you guys think? And then I don't know, it's a Celica, but from what? And then why is that Ford van there? I don't know. So this is that Honda drag car. Maybe this is like the fastest front wheel drive drag car or something, or one of them. This might be a Lamborghini, just based on this little window. Maybe it's an Espada. So this Ford has EcoStar Electric here, so it looks like an electric car. Maybe a concept, because I don't know if production cars having clear hoods. I think this is from the Green Hornet, but is it from the original TV show or the movie with Seth Rogen? I don't know. That looks like a Chevy, maybe a Cadillac. The badge looks Cadillac style, but... And then what is this? I don't know. This is my favorite car of the day, the Gold-Plated Delorean. If I recall, maybe it was a Texan person that had this gold-plated, and he donated it to the museum, but I don't know for sure. And then right here, I think, is a Studebaker Avanti, which would be an interesting car to see in 1/64 scale in a premium format. It's a really, really weird-looking car, but I like weird-looking stuff. All right. That's a Testarossa. I don't know if that's a Ferrari. It looks like it might be a Ferrari badge. This is a Jag E type. Cadillac Fleetwood. But it has like an African-themed license plate. I don't know what that flag is, if that's South American or African. That's a presidential limousine, right? It's a Lincoln Continental. Funky lights here. But what's the Jeep Cherokee doing here? Is that Fleetwood again? 356 Speedster. I think this car was from upstairs. So they must have rotated some of the display out already. Yeah, that Continental and that Jeep again. I can't recall what Dick Messer told us. What is this thing? No idea. Anyways, look at this roof. I would have to assume that's bulletproof glass or not. Maybe it's not because you know, this is the car that John F. Kennedy got killed in. Maybe not this exact one, but it was a Lincoln Continental of this type with the suicide doors. So maybe this is the car that was it Gerald Ford that took over? I don't know my presidents. I really should. Oh well. Anyway, so it's interesting. You don't see too many clear roofs like that. This is a Mercedes-Benz patent wagon. I think that's the first recognized production vehicle of all time. Whether this is a real one, I don't know, because I think the patent wagon is from like 1918 or even maybe the late 1800s. So, is this original or or a replica. I think in 2005, this must have been a fairly new car. McLaren Mercedes SLR. Jaguar XJ220, that's a cool looking car even today. It's Bugatti EB110. Not a good looking car, but I still like it. I like it because it's so ugly. Ooh, a Ford GT40 Mark III. That's an expensive car. What are these things? Looks like they're from a cartoon. Oh, that's the Toyota Sports 2000, the first supercar from Japan. No badge on this one. I don't know if that's like a Bizzarini, Maserati, or what is this? Is this a Plymouth or a Packard? Or this looks American. Same with that. This looks like a Mercedes, maybe one of those old ponton cars. Then we have some big 1930s style cars, maybe Duesenbergs or Packards, maybe Cadillacs, perhaps. So what is this? I don't know. This looks like a track racer, one of those short track racers. And then that one looks Italian. That's all I can guess. It's not a Ferrari. I wonder if that's that Osca. I reviewed a 1/64 scale Osca by La Festa, and I think that's what it looked like. I guess I really like that Bugatti for some reason. A Mathon V16 engine. I have no idea what that's all about, but it's shoved into a hot rod. And look at the distributor. That's a Cord 810. That's an American car, really cool. I like that today. That thing's cool looking. Rolls Royce, maybe a Silver Ghost, but not really sure. Camaro drag racer. Looks like it belongs to the Fast and Furious. Good old lead sled. I think that's a Mercury, right? It says P, so maybe it's a Packard or a Pierce Arrow. Don't know, but it's the body on frame style like a truck would have. So look, the height of the hood maybe it's higher than the roof of the Camaro, because the Camaro is a unibody, but this is a body on frame. Look how skinny the tires are. This looks like a death trap. It looks like it would roll over if you took a turn too fast. Yeah, Ferrari F40, 300 SL, two of my favorites. Ferrari F50. I think this is the Super America, based off the 550 Maranello. That's a Daytona right there, and that might be a 328 or 308 Ferrari, like Magnum PI's car. That looks like another Boyd Coddington type of hot rod. This looks like it's a Corvette, but obviously customized, maybe by George Barris, because this looks like something George Barris would make, maybe for some TV shows or hot rods. I don't know. Ferrari, obviously, I don't know what it is though. Maybe a 166 mm. I think this is a 275 GTB. Okay. Boy, I have no idea. Looks American though. Is this from like the Avengers, like an old TV show? What is that badge, and why is it way back there? That's a Ferrari Dino. This thing, huh? It says CO. Is this a Corvair or a Corvette or a concept of some sort? And then this thing, is that a track? I don't know. British, looks British. This looks British, but I have no idea what it is. This is Ferrari Mondial. I think this was up in the upstairs in the earlier photographs. Right, so they swapped it out. I think that's the Nomad, am I right? The Chevy Nomad? What is this? Jaguar, maybe? No, it might be a Maserati. And this, no idea. The back end of a car, that's the rearview mirror, but Why would it have a white light, like a headlight in the back? That's a weird one. It looks like it has modern tires, but obviously on a retro body. Perhaps from a TV show? I don't know what, though. Speed Racer. Nice. The Mach 5. So I think this must be from the movie, the live action movie, not the cartoons. I actually thought that movie was pretty funny. Huh. No idea what those things are. Or this thing. What the? That's an ugly car. This is Shelby. Shelby Series 1. Oh, yeah. Not a really pretty car. Boy, that looks American, but no idea what it is. Okay. So, no idea what that is. Hot rod, obviously. This is from Austin Powers. I think that was Felicity Shagwell's car, or one of those Austin Powers girls' cars. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's the end, guys. All right. Well, anyway, so hopefully, you have time to pause some of the photographs if you're interested. It'd be great to maybe leave a comment what photograph, what vehicle you think it is, or that would be nice to know. All right, I'll try to dig through some of my other photos and do some other photo tours of some museums. Thanks for watching.